Honestly, I've dated guys that make good money. I've never dated like an insanely wealthy dude.
What's good money?
Pull up your account.
My phone is dead.
Okay.
What is good?
Until you can pull up your account, then
Well, give us an idea. Why does it have to be about me? Is a couple million enough? Is a couple million enough?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Like nowadays, the market is so inflated that to get a 31-year-old girl,
You know what's funny though?
you need to have multi-million dollars, like to get a ran through 31-year-old like sweatpants Birkin bag girl. You need to have multiple M's in the bank.
I know.
That's insane.
You can't just be funny and have a fucking 8-inch hammer anymore.
Hold
What
on.
the fuck?
Hold on. Do you hate women?
No. I love
Are
women.
you sure?
I do. I love women.
What's your relationship like with your
I
mom?
have a great relationship with my mom.
Really? She hugged you and shit when you were
I
little?
did. I was just talking to her right before this. Right before I walked in, I was.
Why do you find that so hard to believe?
I'm feeling a little anger, misogyny.
Oh, don't you dare say that word. Don't
You really want to
dare
hang right now?
say
I'm
that
starting to
word.
cook right now. This is what's going
I
on.
think when you were a little kid, something happened.
Now, I would like to say that he disrespected her by saying she was ran through, but you can't really call it disrespect when, you run a whole podcast. That's one of the chicks from Call Her Daddy when, Call Her Daddy was a thing, and I don't know what the fuck she does now. I don't care either. But let's just get this out the way. Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Kevin Samuels, sign language. He makes a point about what she said. She then tries to find an angle to attack him personally. That's what she's trying to do. And you seen the angle. She was trying to say he was a misogynist, but she was trying to link it to his childhood and his mom and all of that shit. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to like wit and humor, like women are not clever, humorous, witty. Like in most cases, most of them are not. There are some, but most of them are not. But let's get to the main point. As far as her, she wouldn't define what good money was as far as the dudes that she dated and stuff like that. And that's her prerogative or whatever. You invited her on the show. And if she's not going to answer questions and shit like that, then yeah, that's what you get. That's the type of guest you get. Motherfuckers should stop inviting her on. But what Sneako highlighted, it was accurate and it was real. It's like these chicks, like her, there are a bunch of them who are just brainwashed by Instagram. They have been brainwashed by Instagram, TikTok, reality TV, love and hip hop for black people. I don't know what got white chicks out. Rock of Love, I don't fucking know. Possibly Jersey Shore or something like that. But the chick that you've seen on the screen, very mid, with high demands, high entitlement. The entitlement of these women nowadays is through the roof. And for fucking what? For what? Hoflation. That's it, hoflation.
A cake-related fat-phobic incident, or CRFI.
What?
If you're like many women, you've been to a birthday party or a small office gathering, an event that's meant to bring people together. There's swinging tunes, some adult beverages, and good convo. And then it comes time to cut the cake, and someone decides to ruin everything.
Oh my God, that slice is huge. That slice is bigger than Beyonce's paycheck. Can you cut me half of that?
A cake-related fat-phobic incident, or CRFI, is that moment when it's time to eat delicious cake and it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse. Inevitably, there's always someone at the party who has to declare publicly that their slice is too large, and that the person who's cutting the cake, almost invariably a woman, must do some disproportionate amount of labor in order to accommodate their need to feel superior.
Can you do a little bit, can you scrape all the frosting off and cut it in half and give me 2 forks, because I'm sharing. Small, a little bit more, tiny.
Let's take a step back and view what's happening through a critical feminist lens. CRFIs typically happen in environments where there are primarily or exclusively women. Women are disproportionately negatively affected by diet culture because diet culture maps onto sexism. Controlling how much you eat is part of what it means to be a, quote, good woman. This kind of behavior is a way for people to keep other people in check through food moralizing, surveillance, and policing. The idea that you can position yourself as superior to others through self-control and self-denial is super sexist.
So this is the new weight czar for the city of San Francisco, real government position, on why eating less cake is sexist, misogynistic, and fat phobic.
I get very weak watching these videos, especially when it's time to actually speak on them, because it's just, she said a lot and it's just so ridiculous. So I'm just going to say two things. The first thing is, this is an issue that she mentioned is like a woman on woman thing. So like, I'm glad I don't got to deal with it, because y'all are the ones who perpetuate this stuff. Y'all are the ones who feed into this. Y'all are the ones who support this. Y'all are the ones who engage in this. So, you guys got to sort this shit out, this weird bullshit. It's just crazy how people try to intellectualize their insecurity in a way that's not beneficial or really helpful. It's just like, oh, everybody has to bend to my whim because I'm fucking fat. And the last thing I'm going to say, I don't know why people keep fighting this pro-fat fight. I don't know why people keep fighting this pro-obesity fight. Talking about diet culture is sexist. Listen, if Lizzo and Monique, ironically two black women, but the most celebratory fat women that I could think of, if both of them have said fuck it at different time frames, I'm talking about 10 years apart, if both of them have said fuck it as major spokespeople for this fat people movement, fat pride, if they said fuck it and started dieting and exercising and getting their weight down, you got to start to realize your own delusion. You got to start to realize that if two people who were publicly boastful about how fat they were and like they were so proud of it and they were just wearing it like a badge of honor, if they began to lose weight and they were the faces of this anti-fat phobic shit y'all be kicking, if that is the case, you got to begin to look in the mirror and say, yo, like, they know something I don't. Because at the end of the day, man, we already know what it is, man. Obesity kills, man. And listen, I don't care about other people being fat, but it's just saying, this is the thing about feminism and like all of those special groups, the lettuce, bacon, and all of them, like, they try to impose how they feel on other people who don't, like, I don't want to have to walk on eggshells because of how you feel, especially if I'm not doing anything with malicious intent and you just try and find a way to interpret what I've done, especially if it's not even directly towards you, but you try to find a way to interpret it as not even just disrespect or something like that. These groups will label certain things like misgendering as violence. So we'll leave it there.
Can you be friends with an ex? I think I'm probably learning this the hard way right now. I'm trying to be friends with my ex currently. It's going okay, I guess. It's very complicated. My situation is very complicated. Because there's so much love there, and when you leave a relationship that still has so much love, that's what makes it like even more difficult. And I'm still like very attached. So if you watch any of my YouTube videos, you know that I was in like a fixer role with Vincent, and so I'm very attached to his outcome and how he's doing in life, and so I'm always trying to help him still. And if I was giving advice to my best friend, I would say no, don't be friends with your ex. But I should probably take my own advice.
I did a deluxe video on female friends, so you should know, if you watch my channel, that I don't really believe in female friends. But when it comes to women, there are two types of chicks that believe in having a friendship generally when it comes to a male. Chicks who plan to use and exploit the fact that this guy wants to have sex with them and use that to, like, exploit them for their time and attention as far as the guys. Have them coming over, moving furniture, disposing of mice, and, you know, mounting the TVs and all that shit. But the other type of person, as far as a woman that believes in that, is a chick that actually wants to smash the guy, which is pretty rare, but it definitely happens as far as a chick that actually wants to smash the guy. And you've seen that, you know, the best friend that, oh yeah, that's my best friend, that's my best, and she just be all on this cat. And when people ask if they having sex or if they hooked up, people that, you know, they be like, oh no, hell no, I would never, no, no, no. But in reality, they fucking. So those are the two types of chicks that typically engage in male to female friendships. Now, this is the funniest part to me. How do you expect to have a real friendship with somebody that was putting all types of dick inside your guts? Somebody whose balls you put in your mouth, somebody whose semen you swallow, somebody who felt every part of that pussy hole. I could go deep on why I don't think male and female friendships are genuine or real. But this is the thing. When you have something like that, a dynamic like that, you have a connection, especially when y'all were actually together and this was your man. Y'all have a unique connection that you're not going to have with guys that you didn't have sex in a relationship with. I can't even say the chicks be naive. They know exactly what it is and they fake naivete. They fake it. So with that being said, that's all I got for you. I'm going to let the skit that I've been looping play for y'all so y'all could see what it's about and stuff like that. But y'all have a good day.
Mama, what are you making?
Josh, it's gonna be a hot dog casserole when I get done with it.
I thought you was gonna put the whole thing on it.
These are bite size. When I was a kid.
When y'all was a kid
When
in the
was a kid.
1930s.
Oh, my stomach's grabbing.
Well, good.
How old is this cheese?
Let them melt.
That wasn't my question.
All right, let's.
Oh my god!
I told you.
How's it crispy? Ketchup. You gonna put ketchup? How is it?
No, it tastes like a hot dog.
For real?